The reviews for the AI pen have been absolutely insanely bad. This is the Verge quote. Check this out. Should anyone buy this thing? That one's easy. Nope, no way. The AI pen is an interesting idea that is thoroughly unfinished and so broken in so many unacceptable ways that I can't think of anyone to whom I'd recommend spending the $6.99 for the device and $24 a month subscription. Damn. I am shocked, guys. I am shocked at the reviews. No, I'm not. I called it. I called this thing like 3 months ago. Everybody was still full of hope until the humane people killed everything, every kind of hope that we had for this thing to be good. I'm sad to say, but I need to report the death of the humane AI pen. A moment of silence, everybody. These guys come in, and it seems like they're trying to change the industry, right? They just seem like they're trying to change the industry with like something that's never been done before. They were trying to be Apple, but didn't have a Steve Jobs, and flopped hard. When I first saw it, I'm like, this thing is so out of, they're promising so much. They're promising so much that it's impossible for everything to work, right? And when you start asking questions, you're like, yeah, but that's kind of impossible, okay? When some of these early reviews, they're doing it. This thing can't even make a phone call. This thing can barely make an... First of all, hold on.
But it also just takes ages. And this was not a one-off. Everything on the pin seems to take time. Call Aaron. Is it? Oh, there you go.
Oh my God. You can't send a reminder with this thing. You can't add anything to your calendar with it. You can't set an alarm. You can't send an email. This thing doesn't count your steps. You can't connect it to any of your apps. No timers. Like, if you at least give me the basics of the basics, right? If you're gonna trying to get into my life, at least give me something super, like the most basic things that people can't live without. Give me those things and then build up on that. They promised the world and couldn't even deliver the basic. They're basically trying to be a new version of the phone, but in a really terrible way. Yes, thank you for the validation that I was right on this. They showed the picture of the book and they're like, hey, what is this?
Hold up an item to learn more about it and transact seamlessly on the go without relying on screens. How much is this online?
This is $28 online.
Great. Buy it.
Okay, first of all, is it the lowest price? Where are you buying it from? What is the shipping? Is there a better shipping? Is it from Amazon, Best Buy? Where Target, Walmart, like where are you buying it from? What is the shipping? All these details that are like literally on the screen that we can process at one single time when we go shopping somewhere. You have to ask this thing like four or five separate different questions just to make sure you're not getting screwed, and be like, nobody's just gonna be like, okay, yeah, just go ahead and buy it. Oh, okay, you get a bill for $1,000. Return. Yeah, I feel so validated. I've never felt so validated in my life. I want to feel bad, but I don't. Like, they tried. They like oversold things. They oversold it, and they're $700. I'm sorry, no. They're literally it's almost like they're trying to take advantage of people, of their customers. Like, you're not delivering anything that my phone can't do much faster, by the way. And you know what? People who want to get away from the screen and technology, they're not going to wear an AI pen constantly on their shirt. That's not your crowd. The one thing is, we are addicted to our phones. We love our screens. That's why they're like, oh, we want people to get away from screens because we love our screens. We're in here like 24/7. Like, oh my God, what is it? What's going on? What's going on in the world? Like, I need to know, right? We're in our screens like hours and hours a day. And they're like, no, you know what? With this pen, no more screens. Instead, we're going to give you the super low quality, low resolution green screen. There's just like this that shows off the pin like on your hand, and you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And it's just on your hand, right? It shows on your hand, like, oh, let me see it. But technically, that's a version of a screen. Super terrible screen, because after we have our 4K screens on the phones, like, nobody's trying to go to this low resolution green thing that is just like, eh.
And just to clarify, yes, you do have a display of sorts here, this whole laser thing, but the inherent nature of what it is, it naturally limits what it can do. It's monochrome, it's quite low resolution, and also it's not that bright, to the point where outdoors it's really hard to see, and the official advice is actually to just use your other hand to cup it. Cool.
Because right there, I have so many problems with this thing. And I don't want to, but like they're just giving it to us. Our phones, what is the one thing like year after year, when like with the iPhone and Google come out and be like, oh, this is so fast. Look at this. You start scrolling before you start scrolling. It's just like, oh my God, apps open in -3 seconds. It's like, oh, it's just like, you just know that it's so fast. And this thing, and you're like, hey.
Let's try it right now.
Yeah.
Send Andrew a message saying, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
They should have done it with the hand UI.
It's not fast.
There are multiple matching contacts.
10 seconds. Okay. 10 seconds in the world of these smart cell phones, of these smartphones. 10 seconds is if Google, if it took you 10 seconds for your message app to open up, you would throw your phone in the river, 100% guaranteed. After the 5th message, you'd be like, fuck it, I don't need this shit. I would never talk to that person again. We love speed, and these guys are like, slow down, bro. Like, listen, we'll get there when we get there. Give us that 15 seconds, give us that 15 seconds. We'll get there when we get there. It's okay. It's unbelievable. They promised so much. They promised that you're going to be able to show it a particular food. Like, hey, how many calories is this? And, okay, I'm about to eat it. Log it in. Awesome. Dope. It's in beta. Of course it's in beta. It's like the crappy camera doesn't know how many peanuts you have in your hand, or like what kind of you can't what if I'm eating a burger? Like, does it know where the burger's from? Does it know what kind of burger it is? It's just like, oh, like you can't. It's impossible for it to predict that kind of stuff with the information that it has. They way oversold that feature. Now that feature is just in beta, so don't expect too much. Okay, cool, whatever. Like, that's just another thing that they overpromised for $700, mind you. This thing is still $700. They could have at least slashed the price to $500, but they're like, no, look at our design. Yeah, it looks like a 2010 iPhone. You know what I mean? It's like a 2010 iPhone. I get it. It's their ex-Apple execs. They wanted to. It has the resemblance of Apple. Look at it. If I didn't show you, look at that stuff. It looks very Apple-ish. The accessories, the look, the bezels, like everything looks Apple. I mean, they come from Apple, so, and I get it, but no. Which, funny enough, this thing comes with a $24 site subscription, right? Through T-Mobile. It doesn't work without it. Without it, it's basically a paperweight. I'm sorry. What? We already paying for enough. It's already $700. We already pay for enough. So no, I am absolutely not surprised that this thing is tanking so bad. It's tanking so bad. But they kind of did it to themselves. I mean, they kind of did it to themselves.